Saludos amigos y amigas, te habla Ariel Rivera, aquí tu host de Fun Insurance Solutions. Hoy te traemos un episodio bien especial, bien bueno y bien importante. Escúchame bien, si eres productor o productora de seguros, hoy vas a escuchar en la entrevista a Steven Mohr. Steven es el vicepresidente de ventas de Lightspeed Voice. Si tú eres productor o productora de seguros y de verdad necesitas un sistema de teléfono de primera, económico by the way, pero un sistema de teléfono de primera que te ayude no solamente a hacer llamadas, recibir llamadas, grabar llamadas si así lo deseas, pero a la misma vez utilizar el teléfono de tu oficina también y los sistemas para enviar mensajes de texto, este episodio es para ti. Así que presta atención, escúchalo, disfrútalo y recuérdate que en Fun Insurance Solutions te ayudamos a crecer. Good morning, everyone. My name is Ariel Rivera, and I am your host of Fun Insurance Solutions. Today, we have an awesome episode. First episode that we're actually going to be doing in person, not Zoom, so it's even cooler. I'm welcoming today a good friend, a client, and more importantly, a sponsor of our show, Mr. Steve Mohr from Lightspeed Voice. And it's safe already to shake hands. So
absolutely.
What's up, Steve? How you doing, man?
Excited to be here.
Yes, thank you. Thank you so much for coming. Even more excited because we're going to be able to talk about, do a whole walkthrough about the phone system, the importance it is to have good phone systems in your agencies. And we're going to teach every insurance agent what they should actually really have to make their agencies work. So
absolutely.
Before we start, I want to make you a question. So if you heard the podcast mostly in Spanish, you probably don't know the question, but I'll do the translation. It's Friday. You had an amazing week. You had good sales. Your clients love you. They appreciate. You're at home. You want to have a drink. Could be water, tea, rum, beer, wine, whatever you want to have. What will be your drink of choice?
All right. So if I'm all happy and excited,
yes, it's a great week.
My pool, typically I'm a pina colada guy.
There you go.
That's my, not all the time, but at certain times, a pina colada. So that would be my, just my fun, occasional drink.
Nice.
If it's nightcap and I just want to relax, I'll probably be sipping on bourbon. But
there you go.
When we're having fun, we're pina coladas.
Nice, that's good. Now, next question is because you're doing pina coladas. Now, do you use Bacardi or Don Q?
Oh, I use Don Q.
There you go.
So I've been schooled previously that Don Q is the way to go.
Yeah. No, I mean, you don't want to ditch Bacardi or say anything wrong about it, but obviously being Puerto Rican, we're Don Q people, so we love Puerto Rico. I mean, Don Q as well. So that's
as you know, being friends, I coach volleyball and my daughters play volleyball.
Yes.
They made a lot of friends that were from Puerto Rico. And
nice.
They made it very clear that was the way to go.
That's the way to go. Don Q. That's the good one. So, all right. So in Spanish, we call it Baúl de los Recuerdos, which is basically take us down memory lane. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about you, Steve Mohr, where you're from. I know you were previously in the insurance industry as well, which helps you provide insurance agencies like us, good systems, phone systems, and things that actually work because you know our needs. So tell me a little bit about you.
Yeah,
people know you.
So as you mentioned, several years ago, I worked in agencies. I managed agencies. I managed a call center, strictly auto insurance call center. So had a lot of interaction on that aspects of it. I have great envy for those that are successful at it because it is such a difficult business, and success is a lot of hard work. So all power to the folks that are successful or those trying to be. But I chose to go back into the technology space just because it was a lot of stuff happening. So say 15 years ago, the agency management systems, document management systems, a lot of those things were really starting to explode. So I jumped on board with a company called eBridge, which was a document management system. So, our main job was to try and get people to stop using file cabinets and actually use digital
files.
storage.
Nice.
So we had some success doing that. And then a lot of our customers were saying, hey, you guys are really good at this. Why don't you start doing some other agency management type of stuff? Right, because you had all the big guys in the market, and it was just tough to work with them. Or they're very expensive, whatever the case was. So we started building some agency management systems within, sitting on top of the document piece, and did well hit a really good pocket with Allstate insurance agents. So we signed up a couple hundred Allstate agents pretty quickly, got the company's attention, and about 18 months later, Allstate bought that software. So that software was called eAgent. Allstate acquired that piece of the company, and then I went along with the acquisition to Allstate. So unfortunately, it wasn't my product that was sold.
But you were part of it.
I was part of it for sure.
That's always good.
I was grateful to join Allstate, where for about 9 years I managed agency-facing technology. So I helped roll out the eAgent product across the United States, and then helped as that grew and evolved and got it more integrated within the Allstate systems. And then about 9 years of that was good. I had a great time, a lot of great experience, but wanted to get out of kind of that corporate grind, so to speak, and joined Lightspeed Voice. So that was about 2.5 years ago. I had met Brad Fuller, our CEO, during our time at Allstate, because Lightspeed Voice integrated with eAgent, the product I managed. So joined Lightspeed Voice, and kind of the ironic part we were chatting about earlier is that my primary goal was to, because Lightspeed Voice was very heavy within the Allstate infrastructure, about 3,000 agencies. So my goal was to get us a little further in with the independent agencies. We had some good progress going on. We had, good reputation, and just really wanted to capitalize on that, which is really what I've been doing for the last couple of years, is just focusing on the independent space. And again, with my, my agency experience, and then that big company Allstate experience, it gives me a good view into helping folks out. So
that's awesome.
That's me, man. That's me.
That's awesome, man. There's a couple of things I didn't know about you, so it's even awesomer, to actually learn those about you. And your experience definitely speaks for how you present. You help us, because you can go from single 1, 2, 3 mom and pop insurance agency to a big insurance agency, 300, 400, 500 employees, and that makes it unique. But what I really love, and we're going to get into Lightspeed Voice now, about Lightspeed Voice is that you still have that, caring, we call it like sweet, tender love that you would get from, a boutique place or a mom and pop shop that would actually, even though you guys are a big company, but you still treat your clients with so much appreciation. Let's just put it that way. So
it's the phones industry is very crowded. There's a lot of money and a lot of big players in it. And, our livelihood is based on that exact thing, right? It's the one-on-one service. It's the onboarding experience. It's you call, we answer, you're talking to a live person based in Southwest Florida, all day, every day. So that's really our bread and butter. And, it's how the company was built, and it's going to continue to stay that way for sure. Nice.
That's awesome. So before we move on, let's talk a little bit about Lightspeed Voice. And more importantly, how can Lightspeed Voice, because I know this, I use you guys. You guys are awesome. I love you to death. A huge shout out to Jason Toro, who's been my go-to guy in Lightspeed Voice as well, along with you. And the customer service is just unreal. So let's talk about, how can Lightspeed Voice help agencies?
Absolutely. So we really try and simplify stuff while adding additional capabilities. So, we talk about a phone system. Yes, at the core of what we do, it's a phone system, and you could use it just as that, right? You can pick up, hang up, and everything is great. But we do provide a lot of additional features in a very simple way that can really track some staff activity, track, recorded calls where you can do coaching, if you want to help your folks out, or if there's a customer dispute, you've always got that recorded call. And, really just a lot of metrics around, when calls are coming in throughout the day. If you want to staff up or down, just really giving a simple dashboard look and taking, kind of the next step with the phone system, but really doesn't require any technical skills, right? It's literally just in front of you. The system does its own work. There are certainly advanced capabilities you can take advantage of. But, in its most simple form, you've got your phones, you have a visual dashboard, who's on the phone, who's not, how long have they been on the phone, which person has taken the most calls, which person is making the most calls, all that stuff is just
you can
right in front of you. So it's really all about simplicity, and and accountability. And you know the deal, if people know, even if it's a simple dashboard and everybody can see it,
That who's online. Yep.
Nobody wants to be at the bottom of that leaderboard, So maybe they'll make those 2 or 3 extra calls so that they could get by the next person, But yeah, it's really about that simplifying and providing additional visibility on what's happening in the agency.
Okay, and that's great. And I'm going to switch a little bit to Spanish now, because I want people to actually understand what this is all about 100%. And I know everybody understands because, we're all bilingual, but I want to make sure they really get a grasp out of it. And es la importancia de tú saber, ¿verdad? ¿Quién tiene la persona que está contestando el teléfono? Desde que tú miras tu teléfono normal, tú puedes ver quién está en llamada, quién no está en llamada. Tú puedes transferir tu teléfono a tu celular, puedes tener mensajes de voz. Son tantas cosas que tú puedes hacer por un simple precio, ¿verdad? Por algo bien sencillo. Y una de las razones que quería traer a Lightspeed Voice es porque a mí me ayudó en mis oficinas. Yo pude tener oficinas, pudimos localizar inclusive en momentos de COVID a las personas, pudimos acomodarlas en sus hogares, darle su teléfono, y el que no tuviera teléfono, no tuviera acceso a poner el teléfono, podíamos ponerle el teléfono en su laptop. So you hearing the word now laptop, which obviously that one you understood.
Picked up every once
in a while. There you go. I mean, one of the cool things about your system, it's that you get a soft phone, and that's very important for me, and especially for most of the people that listen to our podcast in Puerto Rico and even around the world, doesn't matter. The fact that you could have a soft phone, which translate to you having access to your phone systems and everything on your laptop, so you can actually work from anywhere in the world.
Absolutely. And the most important thing is with that soft phone is it still gets recorded, it still shows in the system. The integrations, which we'll touch on, they'll still work, so that's all critical. It's not like a separate thing. It is part of the whole system.
And it's part of the package. What impressed me when I switched to you guys years ago was in Puerto Rico, we used to spend so much money on the internet and the phone system and all that. And then all of a sudden, you guys provided us with a solution that said, listen, I'm going to give you the phones. The only thing we cannot provide, y esto es bien importante que lo entiendan, the only thing we cannot provide is actually the internet. But as long as you have good internet, the phones will connect themselves, obviously. And the setup, another question we get a lot, it's portability, right? So are we going to be able to port numbers? Are we going to be? Yes. If you already have your phone number for your agency, it's a simple portability. And I remember you and I talking at one point, whether we're going to be able to make it, for example, for Puerto Rico being a 787 area code, how fast it was going to be. And you handle expectations, and Jason did as well perfectly, saying it could take maybe, 4 days to 2 weeks, because you were being nice about it, because you didn't know if it was going to be how fast at that point in time. And it was 2 days. That's it. So that's how good you guys were with that. So
the other piece too, just on the everything included, is another critical thing that we do, right? So you're not just getting the phones, right? You get phone, you get texting, toll-free numbers are included with that, and then faxing as well. So that's all part of our kind of out-of-the-box package. And some of those things are more important to others, but it's a critical piece that we want. Again, going back to the simplicity side, and the deal. However many extensions you have, we can tell you exactly what your bill is going to be every month. It's never going to be more. It's never going to be less. It's just going to be that price.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about the minutes and everything, the amount of time you're talking. And I think one of the features that actually sold me was the texting.
Yeah.
So Puerto Ricans, Hispanic, Latinos, and everyone, we're huge on texting. Yeah. So texting, it's been part of our agency for the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So we love texting. There's an app called WhatsApp, which is used worldwide. Actually, I'm not sure if Facebook owns it. Maybe, who knows? They own almost everything.
They're trying to make it like they don't.
Yeah, but I think maybe, I don't know. But anyways, WhatsApp, we've been using WhatsApp forever, and it's a great app. And for us, it was so important having texting and WhatsApp capability when the hurricanes happen, because sometimes the signal for you to receive a call, whether it was at the agency or your cell phone, there was not enough signal because, the towers were down and then the antennas were down, but the text message needs less data. So they will come through and they would help. But now people are sending text message. But when you have 2,500 claims that you got to work, you don't want, 2,500 text messages on your cell phone, because because as it is, you don't have time to power it up. So it will not charge enough. But then having it at the agency and people texting you at the agency phone number where you can actually see it, receive pictures. At that time you were still working. I'm not sure. Do you receive videos? Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay. But yeah.
Yeah. But to that point, the texting solution is within the interface that you would have on your computer. So
Yes.
It doesn't have, as you were saying, it doesn't always have to be on your phone. So it's much easier to use.
Okay.
Multiple people will see it. So if there's someone's just texting you and you're not able to see it, other people in the office would be able to. So it just provides, again, that visibility and someone's going to respond.
Perfect. That's awesome. And I like that part. And also I was going to ask you, so what would be the most common question you will get from people when they want to sign up with Lightspeed, or when they what's their need? What's that pain point they're looking for?
Yeah, I mean, especially now, it's kind of like I almost feel bad giving the answer, but it's just the remote capabilities.
Yes,
and it's it's always been our strength, and it continues to be, obviously, but that the ability to be able to either be at home, in the office. People aren't as concerned as in the car or when they're at the park, but you could still do that. But most businesses want to know that if they need to work from home, there's not going to be an interruption. If they're in the office, there's not going to be an interruption. And that's certainly the case. So as you mentioned, you can, you could technically have a physical phone and take it to home and plug it in and it'll still work. But a lot of, it's inconvenient for a lot of folks. So when you have that soft phone capability, you just, wherever you're at, it works and you're up and running. And that's going to continue. Our focus is going to continue to make that better of experience, more mobile and all that kind of stuff. But yeah, it's the core of our business. I feel bad about the answer, but it is the answer.
That's good, but that's good to know. It's listen, there's a huge problem and you guys provide that solution. That's all we're looking for. And of course, here on Phone Insurance Solutions, what we want to do is help agencies grow. So that's our number one goal, especially for some reason at the Puerto Rico, United States, Virgin Island, Hispanic and Latino communities. One thing I found out, I would say during the last maybe 5 to 6 years, it's that there's not so much access, whether it's because of the, people that want to present it in Spanish or something, to many of the features, and the word would not be access, but there's not a lot of knowledge of everything that we have access to, and that could make our lives even better. So
you're a great example. I'm sure you've explained your operation.
Without
a solution like ours, it wouldn't be possible.
No, it would not.
And you could be anywhere, anytime.
Yeah. Which, going back to what you said, at a point in time, I had one phone at the agency in Puerto Rico, one phone at the agency in Florida, and also one phone, the physical phone, not the soft phone through my laptop and everything, at my house as well. Because I wanted, no matter where I was, I wanted to see, and connect with my team, because otherwise, how do we serve our client? And that's the important thing. So any new features coming up?
So the biggest thing, like I said, is we're really focusing on improving that mobile experience.
Okay.
We're good at it now, but we want to get great at it. So the two big things we have going on right now is soft phones that we are utilizing or third party.
Okay.
Right. So they work fine. If I didn't say that, you wouldn't really know it, but we are working on our own proprietary soft phone, which will provide a little bit more functionality and actually put it within the browser of the Lightspeed Voice interface.
Okay, nice.
Which will be just, again, it's a nice to have.
Yep.
But the biggest thing is a fully functioning mobile app where you can be on your phone and do everything you need to do, access everything you need to access. Again, it's good now.
Okay.
We're going to make it great. And really, it's one of those deals. Everything we do, and it's an important thing as people look at other systems or other companies, is that we own, manage, support, build, operate everything that we offer. We do have third-party software.
Yeah, of course.
So it takes a little longer to build.
Yep.
But it's all done in-house. If there's an issue, we're the ones that can fix it and all that kind of jazz. So that true mobile app experience, we are hoping to have, in 2021.
Nice.
Obviously it's fast.
That's good.
How fast the year goes. It's already mid-July.
Yeah, I know.
But, we do feel confident that that'll get done, and it's just going to take us to that next level. It is one thing that some of the giant multi-billion-dollar companies are a little bit ahead of us on, but we're catching up quickly, and it'll continue to provide a great service. So once we have that, it's going to be great, and that will have Maybe not right away, but we do hope to have true video chat capabilities within that and some other things. So yeah, it's really going to take us to that next level. So
wow,
it's going to be exciting.
I like it, man. I love it. You know, I'm a loyal fan, and
it won't. And just to the point earlier, we're not going to be like, hey, we have this great new mobile app and give us $100 for it, and $20 more a month. It's going to be part of what you already have
of the package. That's good.
Additional costs or anything along those lines. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, to me, it was a matter of I had a problem. I needed better phone systems. I needed to connect my team in a better way, and you guys provided that solution. And I'm going to tell everyone listening to this podcast, you have to give Lightspeed Voice a chance because their product actually works. It's good. It's a good product. I can speak out of experience. Reach out to me, ask fellow agents, and you'll see the difference, because at the end of the day, good phone systems will reflect on customer service. That's all 100%. It is.
Yeah. Worst thing that can happen is in the middle of a conversation, God forbid, a claim situation, and all of a sudden call disconnects or something goes wrong. So, or if you're doing a quote and you've spent 30 minutes on a quote, and now all of a sudden you can't hear each other, so we're all about that reliability and keeping that stability within the agency.
And customer service. That's another thing that you guys provide to us. And obviously, being from Puerto Rico, you would see, there was power outages after the storm. It got really bad. And I was so impressed how good it is to just make a phone call to Lightspeed Voice. The waiting time might be a minute and a half, which usually is like 10 minutes everywhere. So, and you, most of the time it's like you get the answer in less than a minute. And you would say, listen, I'm out of power. My systems are down. Can you forward your call to this number? Yeah. And they would do that, and they can forward the call to whatever number it is. And if you're too busy, you cannot make the call or have somebody on your team make the call. The way we do it is we send an email. Yep. Hey, do you mind forwarding the phone because of this or that? Or we're all going to be out, or we're going to have a meeting. We're going to have somebody manage the phone. Please forward or calls to that phone number. And the answer we will get from your team, it's in less than 2 minutes. Yep. Saying it's already been done till today at the end of the day. Let us know if you need anything else. Like, holy crap, man, that's amazing.
I always, whenever, sometimes you're in the grind and you're getting beat up a little bit here and there. And when I'll always jump out to our Google reviews, right? Mm-hmm. I think we're up to 450-ish Google reviews, and we're still at a 4.95 or something like that.
Which is good.
And it's just awesome because you'll see TJ helped me with this, or Jeff helped me with this. People are naming people that they're actually talking to, and it's just always kind of reminds you, like, hey, we're doing great, and that service piece is so critical. And I think we touched on it, but for those that do decide to come on board, you get a dedicated person to speak with. Yep. In that first 30, 45, or 60 days, just depending on how complex your setup is, and you're going to call and get the answer. Yep. And we're going to help you out. So it's what we do, and we're very proud of it. So we talk about it as much as possible.
Yes, and I like it. And I'm going to say this part in Spanish. It's cuando se habla, ¿verdad?, de onboarding, y cuando tú cambias sistemas de teléfono, es bien importante entender, ¿verdad?, que pues tienes que tener una persona que te ayude, porque es un sistema nuevo, son unos teléfonos nuevos, sabes, muchas cosas que, ¿verdad?, que pueden variar o cambiar, y ellos te asignan una persona que te ayuda every step of the way y te lleva, como quien dice, la mano a ti o a tu equipo. In my case, I remember we did so I used to like to take my team out at least twice a year, once or twice a year. We rented a ballroom a conference room in a hotel, and just out of the office, relax. And we would do training, staff meeting, all that stuff. And what I did is I rented a hotel. It was a nice hotel in Condado where you could see the beach and all that from the conference room. And, we have lunch, we have dinner. I mean, we have breakfast and lunch, and we did the whole training over there. So we just connected with Jason, and he did the whole training to us. We were all sitting on a table, and after that we were all on the same page, and it worked out great. So absolutely. The onboarding is awesome, and definitely never stop doing that. That's good. Yeah. So Steve, where should people connect with you, or anybody who wants to sign up with Lightspeed Voice? By the way, you don't need to sign up and make a decision when you can actually get a demo as well, right?
100%. Yeah.
Free demo, look at them, take a look. Where can people connect or request that?
Absolutely. So people are always welcome to reach out to myself directly. So it's going to just be SMOHR@lightspeedvoice.com. I would say, you can get me on my cell phone, but that's probably about a 25% success rate. So email is always going to be the best way as far as a quick response, or info@lightspeedvoice.com is that'll go to my team. So they're always quick to respond. So, if you're looking for a demo or just something general, I would say go to that info@lightspeedvoice.com. If you have any questions you feel specifically for me, reach out directly. Obviously the website will have some general information, lightspeedvoice.com. We're hoping to have some great conversations, help people out. And
awesome.
I think most people would tell you we're about as low pressure as there is within the industry. We show you what we got. We hope you like it. And if you don't, we move on. I always kind of say that we have a mixed blessing where everybody needs a phone system, but pretty much everybody already has one, right? So we understand that, and give us a shout, give us a try, and if it works, great. If not, then you'll call us later when that other thing doesn't work.
Yeah. You see that happen to me, actually. But yeah, that's awesome, man. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you coming over. I appreciate the partnership, and I look forward to you getting many, many calls and more agents jumping on the Lightspeed Voice bandwagon, because I know it works, it's good, and it doesn't matter. As I said, mom and pop shop, 1, 2, 3 people, 100 people at your agency. Lightspeed is the way to go. So,
all right, good deal.
Thank you, Steve.
All right, man.
Yes, thank you so much, buddy. Take care.